Alright, I'm gonna tell you about the second time that I've ever been to jail. Not the first time. The first time was a lot of bullshit. Second time was just because I forgot to turn in my paperwork. Because apparently when they tell you, hey, so you got these steps that you gotta follow, you got these fines that you gotta pay, and then after you got done completing the steps, you have to demonstrate proof by turning in your paperwork. I took that to mean after I go and get this shit done, they're gonna tell the judge that I'm good now. And I didn't do shit. I got my paperwork and then I was like, woo, I'm free. And then a couple months go by. Oh no, I'm sorry. A couple years go by. I'm driving home, whole bunch of groceries. Like, I've got a whole bunch of quarters too because we've got laundry to do that day. And I pass a police officer at the stop sign, facing in the opposite direction that I'm going. And I'm just like, oh man, it's nothing, you know. There's cops over in this neighborhood all the time. I live in government housing. It's cool. It's normal here. Yeah, we're all criminals. But so, like, I'm sitting here, and I notice that he turns around and starts following me home, you know. But he doesn't pull in after me yet. He just parks on the street. So I park as fast as I can, grab my shit, run the fuck upstairs, pop 9 THC tablets, talk to my wife. And I'm like, hey, I don't know what's going on, but there's this police officer that just followed me and parked behind me in the parking lot. And I don't know what to do. I'm freaking out because I haven't done anything illegal, but there's a cop behind me. And I already did all my time. You know, I'm good. I don't know what's going on. I'm freaking out a little bit. Plus, I just took 9 THC tablets. So what I decided to do, I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna see what's going on. See if we can just nip this in the bud right here before anything drastic happens. So I call them, and there's this lady on the phone that's like, Anchorage Police Department, what can I do for you? And I'm just like, oh man, there's a cop behind me in the parking lot, you know, what's going on, man? And there's another cop behind that one at this point. And I'm just like, oh man. And she's like, you know what? I'll call them. We'll see what's going on. And then I will give you a call right back. So I'm sitting there. I was like, okay, cool. I get off the phone. I'm waiting. A few minutes goes by. Then she calls me back from this weird fucking number. And then I'm just like, hello? Everything, you know, what's going on? And she's like, they're going to come up and talk to you. Just sit tight. And I was like, oh, okay. Can you tell me what it's about? They're going to come up and talk to you. You know, at this point, apparently she had a deeper voice than I did. But, so, sure enough, a couple minutes after that, the two cops get out of the car, and they walk their happy ass up my fucking stairs. And I'm just like, oh man, what the fuck am I gonna do? I got all this laundry. I'm so busy today. I can't go to jail. And so they get, I fucking didn't know that at the time, by the way. So anyway, they get to the door, and like, they're telling me, oh yeah, so apparently you didn't comply with all your fucking things that you need to do, requirements, and so we gotta take you down to our house, you know, over there in that neck of the woods, that general area. And I can do that because you see this shiny badge that says I'm bigger than you. I'm gonna take you to my side of town. And I'm just like, you know, it's cool. I got paperwork, you know, I did the requirements and everything. I thought they were gonna turn it in, and they didn't turn it in. And like, apparently I'm retarded and I don't speak fucking English when they told me to turn it in. So, and they're like, oh yeah, I understand, that's cool, just bring it with you, you know, you're good, it should be fine, but I still have to take you in, you know, talk to my boss, work this all over and everything. And I'm just like, okay, man. My wife is freaking out at this point, and we're all arguing with the police officer. When I say we all, I mean her and the other guy, because there were two of us that were professional, and then there were them. So she's just like, no, fuck that, you can't take him to jail, he didn't do anything wrong, he already did everything, you guys got nothing. And I'm like, and he's like, oh, you know what, you better shut up, you go in the house and stuff like that, I could take you to jail just for talking to me like that. So I'm just like, no, hold on, I'm compliant. And then I turn to her, it's like, honey, please go inside, I've got this, okay? And then that happens, and then as soon as they tell me what's going on, I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, let's go inside. I go inside and I ask her, please, to go in the back and get my folder with the paperwork in it and stuff so I can turn it in, leave my wallet here and everything. And she's just like, I don't want you to go back to jail. This is such a pain in the ass, you know. I've got you, I need you for laundry. And it's probably not what she said at the time, but sorry, I'm watching these pedestrians cross the street. But anyway, so sorry, intermission doesn't happen all the time, but I'm fucking doing this whole one-shot recording. But anyway, back to the story. So, you know, she's like, oh, I don't want you to go back to jail and stuff. I was like, it's cool, honey, I will sleep on my back, you know, it's good, everything is fine. So she's just like, oh man, okay. So I'm sitting in the car with this police officer here. At this, like, after a while, you know, obviously they do their thing, they put me in cuffs and get in the car and stuff like that. We going for a ride. And he's just like sitting there making small talk with me, like we're old friends and everything. Like, yeah, you know, I was actually sitting at the stop sign over there and I was looking for somebody else, but then I ran your plates and I was like, I know who that is, you know. So I was just like, it's, you know, I don't like, speechless. I don't know what to say. So I actually tell him, I was like, man, I don't know what to say, officer. Good job, you know. Like, what do you say? What do you say to somebody like that? Like, what do you say? But anyway, long story short, I fucking went to jail on some bullshit, and I took a nap and I got out of doing laundry. Fucking best jail experience ever.